It's a dog's world out there. It's not pretty, especially when you're done in by your own powers. And Doikitsu learned that the hard way after this week's episode of Juuni Taisen episode 2. And it kind of followed how episode 1 was going. We had where Ino was talking and was overconfident, was so sure of her abilities, especially when she went up against Usagi, and she was done in. She looked down on her opponent, not thinking of him much as a threat compared to the ox or the monkey, and she kind of had her guard down and slipped up, and she was done for, and now she is nothing more than one of Usagi's little friends. Remember, he is a necromantis. And in this week's episode, it followed what happened in episode 1 with Ino, now with Doikitsu. So we come to find out what his ability is. So he has the resemblance of a dog, and dogs are known for biting. So what he does, his body's capable of making lethal and non-lethal poison. So when he does bite you, he can kill you or not kill you. So, and not only that, there is also some good perks about it. The fact that every contestant swallowed that jewel that contained poison that will kill them within a time frame 12 hours. Since he's capable of making non-lethal poison, he's also capable of making antidotes. So even though he swallowed the poison, he would not be affected by it at the end of the time frame. So if he did play his cards right, instead of underestimating the chicken who was named Niratori, if he didn't think she was just so innocent or naive, he could have lasted a lot longer. So he pretended to team up with her for the sake of taking out Usagi, because now he is a group of 3 with Snake and Boar on his side that's going to be scouting out, looking for other contestants to fight and kill. And the way how he took the jewel out of Boar was so gruesome, my god. He pretended to work with Niratori, and what he did was he was going to give her a boost of power. Now this is where it's really funny, but what happened afterwards was really messed up, but still funny at the same time. He injected her with this non-lethal poison into her body that will make her be capable of using her powers at full capacity. And while she's going through this change, and he's like, once she's done doing that, getting all the other contestants out the way, he'll kill her after eventually it wears out. What he didn't know was that once she's like, is this how you control it? She instantly crushes his skull, instantly killing him. So he died by his own power, the same hand that fed him. His own power killed him at the end of it. And that's because he let his guard down and he underestimated his opponent, something that we already saw reflected back in episode 1 with Ino. And I thought that was like, so the irony in that was too hilarious. And I'm like, dang, you really lived a rough life. You lived a dog life and you died like a dog. He died like what he is, a dog. And I found it hilarious but pretty sad. I didn't get attached to his character, but I found it messed up on how he died. Now we also see where we got the names of Monkey Sharu, who kills peacefully, and she was also the person who broke apart the floor just before the match started. Just when she was trying to form her alliance, she was the one that broke the floor simply because she felt killing intent towards her for trying to make a unit of people who did not want to kill the other contestants. So she's teaming up with Nazumi, who is the Zodiac Warrior of the Rat. And I have this feeling, and possibly some of you may agree with me or not, that these two may be one of the last contestants in this competition. Like everybody, I know I said Usagi's my boy, but I feel like he's going to get killed. And Sharu and Nezumi, possibly Ox, who is named also Oshi, he kills systematically. So I guess he thinks of multiple ways of killing you. I don't know how that works out systematically. We'll have to see for his character once we get more of him. Those will probably be the 3 last contestants, and then we'll see how these how three of them go against each other, because eventually Sharu will have to fight and end one of them. She will have to. And also we had the horse who was introduced as he kills silently, and his name is Yuma, and he seems like a really gentle dude, but I'm like, how you got into this competition? You don't seem like someone that would hurt a fly. Like, I'm starting to like his character, even though he didn't say much. He tried to say hi to Yushi, and Yushi's like, no, I'm going to kill you. And I found that pretty hilarious. I hope he doesn't die. I really do hope it. But next week's episode looks like it's going to focus on the chicken. And, you know, I have a feeling it might follow up with these past two episodes where she may die, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I hope she doesn't underestimate anybody, and I hope they kind of change it up where it doesn't follow the same trope, but we see where they could be cocky, but they do survive for a longer time, and instead, who we thought was going to die is actually someone else. So I'm really enjoying this show so far. Fall season looks pretty solid. So if you haven't checked out this episode yet, I suggest you go check it, and tell me your thoughts down below in the comment section. And who do you believe at the end of this show, after the 12th episode, who will be the winner of it? Or do you feel like it's none of the competitors? I'm also having that feeling like possibly this is just a setup or something of that sort. But do tell me your thoughts down below. The links are in the description box, so you guys can always check that out. And hit that like button and the subscribe button. It really would help my channel out. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye!